You know that feeling, right? When the world just feels heavy, you can't see the path forward, and you're just, well, you're stuck. If any of that sounds familiar, then you're in the right place. We're going to walk through that journey of hitting the wall and figuring out how to reset, restart, and refocus. So, let's get into it. It really starts with this, doesn't it? A feeling we all know so well. And it's not just about needing more sleep. It's a deep, soul-level kind of exhaustion. You know, that feeling when you've been giving it your all every single day and you're just tired. That's the real starting point. That's when you know something's got to change. And you know, that kind of bone-deep weariness, it makes you question everything. You start looking at the world around you and asking, what even is this? What is this reality that feels so heavy right now? Is this just how it is, or is it something I can actually change? Okay, now this is a total game changer. The idea here is that reality isn't this one fixed thing out there. Nope. It's actually shaped by your knowledge, your awareness, your perspective. And that means if your reality feels like it's crushing you, you actually have the power to change it. It's like you're not just a character in someone else's story. You're the one holding the pen. But that's the thing, right? The moment you realize a change is needed, you look up at this mountain in front of you and it just seems impossibly high. The gap between where you are and where you want to be can feel just massive. And honestly, it's an overwhelming, sinking feeling. And this is where your own mind can really start to work against you. It starts with that raw feeling of defeat. I just keep losing. But then a much more dangerous thought sneaks in to make it feel okay. Well, maybe this is just my fate. Maybe I'm supposed to lose. And that is such a dangerous trap. Because once you believe you're destined to lose, you stop trying to win. So, to break out of that cycle, to get out of that loop of defeat, you've got to be willing to look at the one thing that might be holding you in place. You have to confront your past and all the pain that's keeping you anchored there. And this just nails it, doesn't it? We know, logically, that change is good for us. We know it's what we need, but knowing that doesn't make it any less hard. There's a reason we avoid it. Facing our history, our old habits, our pain, man, that is incredibly difficult work. So it really all boils down to this fundamental choice. When it comes to your past, you have two options. You can keep running, which is completely exhausting and never really works anyway, or you can stop, turn around, and see what it's trying to teach you. It's the difference between being a fugitive from your own story or becoming its student. And when you make that choice to learn, your entire relationship with pain starts to shift. Suddenly, it's not just this terrible thing you have to endure. It becomes a history teacher, showing you exactly where you went wrong. It's like a fortune teller, giving you clues about what to avoid in the future. It's the very thing that forges your strength. And it's by walking through that pain that you find a deeper, more resilient way to actually live. And this right here is so important to remember. Stumbling is part of it. Getting lost, taking a wrong turn, that's all part of the process. It doesn't mean you're a lost cause, it just means you're human. And there's always a path back. Okay, so once you've decided to stop running and start learning, the whole focus shifts. It's not about what happened to you anymore, it's about what you're going to do now. It's about tapping into that power you've had all along. Wow, this is such a powerful idea. We spend so much of our lives looking for answers everywhere else, right? We ask other people, we look to society, we scroll endlessly. But this is a challenge to look inward. The real answers, the true direction you're looking for, it's already in there. You just have to get quiet enough to listen. So, how do you actually do that? Well, this is basically your roadmap. It all starts with you actively making choices. Then, defining who you are right now. And maybe most importantly, deciding who you want to become. And that last step, that's about building a fortress around that decision, so no one else's opinions or expectations can knock it down. And this is the core belief you have to hold onto through this entire process. You're not creating greatness from scratch. You're uncovering it. The potential, the raw materials, it's already there inside of you. Your job is just to take the helm and start building. I love this way of thinking about destiny. It's not some rigid, predetermined path that you're stuck on. Not at all. It's something that unfolds. It's something you find by staying open to the journey, by being willing to explore, and by keeping your heart open to the possibilities that show up along the way. Now, once you start finding that inner strength and forging your own path, the journey isn't over. The next step is to look outward again, but this time with a new perspective, to see how your personal reset connects to something so much bigger than just you.
What's so wild is when you boil down the entire human experience, it kind of comes down to these three things. We all long for love. We all wish we had more time. And we all, on some level, fear death. These are the forces that connect every single one of us on the planet. It's a good reminder that your struggle is never just your own. We're all in this together.
This quote, wow, it's all about legacy, isn't it? It suggests that true purpose isn't just about our own lives. It's about contributing to a future we might not even get to see. It's about planting trees for the next generation. That's how we find a meaning that lasts.
So maybe, in the end, it all comes down to these two incredibly simple but profound questions. According to an ancient Egyptian belief, these were the ultimate measures of a life. First, the inward journey. Did you find joy? And second, the outward impact. Did your life bring joy to others? A life well lived finds a way to balance both. And that brings us right back to the beginning. The hero we're looking for isn't some knight in shining armor coming to save us. It's that potential that's already inside. It's the part of us that pushes us to be honest, that gives us strength to face our past, and that helps us become the person we want to be. It's the thing that gives us the power to reset and start again.
So after all is said and done, after all the reflection, it really comes down to this one final question. The power is in your hands. You are the one at the helm. You get to decide the direction. So, I'll leave you with this. What course will you charge?